All right, let's talk about automation. I mean, really talk about it. We're going to dive into how you can teach your digital tools to work for you, saving you a ton of time, energy, and honestly, a lot of headaches.
Okay, just think about your typical workday for a second. How much of it is just grunt work? Copying and pasting data from an email into a spreadsheet, manually posting the same update to all your social media accounts, or just fighting to get all your different apps to talk to each other. It's this endless digital grind, right?
Well, what if I told you there's a much smarter way to work? A way to get all that time back, connect all those separate pieces, and build these amazing, seamless workflows. And here's the best part. You don't have to be a programmer to do it.
And that's where this comes in. This is Make.com. It's this incredible, powerful platform that lets you visually build and manage your automations. We're talking drag and drop. It's all about giving you the power to take your ideas and turn them from these complex, messy processes into simple, super elegant workflows.
So what exactly is Make.com? Well, let's break it down. First off, it's a no-code platform, which is just a fancy way of saying you don't need to know how to program. It connects with thousands, and I mean thousands of different apps and services you already use. Think Google Sheets, Slack, you name it. And the workflows you build, they call those scenarios. Oh, and you can get started for free. And their free plan is actually pretty generous, giving you 1,000 operations a month to play with.
Okay, so how does it actually work? How do you build one of these scenarios? Well, it all boils down to a couple of really simple core ideas. At the heart of everything in Make are just two concepts, triggers and actions. Super simple. A trigger is just the starting event. It's the if this happens part of the equation. And the action? Well, that's the task that comes next, the then do that part. So, for example, if a new email arrives, that's your trigger. Then create a summary of it. That's your action. See? It's a really straightforward logic.
And I absolutely love this analogy. Think about building a scenario like you're drawing a floor plan for your workflow. The trigger? That's the front door. It's the entrance where everything kicks off. And every action you add is like adding a new room and connecting it with a hallway. You're literally mapping out the flow for how your information is going to move.
All right, let's look at a super simple practical example. Here we go. The trigger is set up to watch a specific YouTube channel. That's its only job. It's just sitting there, on the lookout, waiting for that new video event to pop up.
And boom, once that trigger fires because a new video is posted, what's the action? Well, in this scenario, Make automatically grabs all the info about that video and adds it as a brand new row in a Google Sheet. And just like that, you've built yourself a custom tracker for a channel with zero manual work.
But here's the cool part. You're not stuck with just one action. You can chain them together. You can expand on it. So look here. After the info gets added to the Google Sheet, another action kicks in and sends a notification straight to your phone. It's just like adding more and more rooms to your floor plan whenever you need to.
Okay, but this is where things go from cool to mind-blowing. Because Make isn't just about these simple rules anymore. It's evolving into a full-blown AI orchestration hub.
This quote really nails the massive shift that's happening. We're going from what's called deterministic workflows, that rigid if A then B logic, to something called agentic workflows. Now, what does that mean? It means you can give an AI a goal, and it's smart enough to figure out which tools it needs and what steps to take to get that goal done. This is a giant leap. We're talking about going from basic automation to real intelligent autonomy.
And you can see that evolution right here. It starts with just basic automation, just following a set of rules. Then you layer in some AI-assisted reasoning, so it starts to understand a little bit. But the real game changer is that final step, the full AI agent. This is a system that gets the context, makes its own decisions, and can even adapt as it goes.
So yeah, that all sounds great in theory, right? But what does an AI agent actually look like when you put it to work? Let's check out a couple of really powerful examples.
Okay, so imagine this. You're collecting customer survey responses, and they're all pouring into a Google Sheet. Now, you could manually read through hundreds, maybe thousands of these, but who has time for that? This is a perfect job for an AI agent. The trigger is simple. A new row gets added to the sheet.
So, what happens next? The workflow immediately hands off that new feedback to an AI model, say from OpenAI. The AI's job is to read it, figure out the sentiment, is the customer happy, angry, confused, and pull out the key themes. And for the final step, it takes all of that analysis and compiles it into a beautiful summary report in a Google Doc, all ready for you and your team. It literally turns raw data into intelligence, all by itself.
Or how about this one? This could totally change your daily grind.
Picture an agent that just watches your inbox. A new email comes in, the AI instantly reads it and gives you a one-sentence summary so you know what it's about without even opening it. Then, if there's an attachment, it automatically saves it to the right folder in your Google Drive. I mean, come on, that's basically a personal assistant living in your inbox.
Okay, I know what you might be thinking. Seeing all this powerful AI stuff can feel a little intimidating. Like, that's awesome, but where would I even start building something like that? Well, here's the great news. You don't have to start from scratch.
Make has this enormous library of thousands of pre-built templates. Seriously, for almost anything you can think of, social media, project management, you name it, there's probably a template for it. It's the absolute best way to see how these scenarios are put together and, more importantly, get a really powerful automation up and running in like seconds.
So, let's wrap this up with the key takeaways. First, Make lets you visually automate pretty much anything, no coding required. Second, everything is built on that simple trigger and action idea. And third, and this is the big one, it's becoming this incredible AI hub where smart agents can actually think and make decisions for you.
And that really brings us to the most important question of all, doesn't it? After seeing everything that's possible, from something as simple as tracking YouTube videos to building a full-on AI assistant for your company, the real question is, what are you going to automate first?